Wow.
Wow, it was old school. Ahoy, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
I hope you're all having a good day, having a jolly holiday. There we go. All right. There, I'll stop doing that now.
I'm sure our international guests will appreciate that.
Well, appreciate might be stretching it. But hey, it's
Happy
an
Sunday.
awesome day. Happy Friday.
Oh my goodness. You know what?
You've been off.
No, I've been on vacation, and this is the second day of vacation, so it feels like the end of the weekend. I've had it happen like 5 times already. Well, I'm happy to see you.
Yes.
And I don't have to leave for any meetings today.
I know. How about that? Well, y'all, this is going to be a big day. So just like get yourselves ready, get your popcorn, get your seat cushion donut thing. and because it's a big one today. We are so excited.
Favorite mouse.
So I wanted to, first of all, I would like to introduce our very special guest host today, everybody. The person who has done, I have to say, the lion's share of the work on this. Like, she is a machine. I couldn't even believe the amount of work that she did on Instagram.
On today's challenge.
And on today's challenge. Like, it was just incredible. Everybody, please welcome to the stream, Jen from Brick Fam Builds.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
Oh, my goodness. You guys look so adorable and hilarious. I love it.
So, and thank you. And so do you. This is
widescreen now.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put here. I'll put us back here.
Okay.
Very good.
We'll get up
very
close.
Good. So, sorry. Why don't you tell everybody, I'm sure they already all know, but for any new people who might be out there, why don't you tell everybody what this challenge was about this week?
Oh, man. So this was our Disney Habitat Challenge. And if you didn't build Disney, you saw Disney all week long.
Yep.
And if it wasn't Disney, then it was Pixar, or it was Star Wars, or it was Marvel. And it was amazing. It was so amazing. I mean, every day I'm texting you like, wow.
It was outstanding. I was so thrilled by everybody's builds and what they were able to accomplish. And I gotta say, I am not used to building something every single day and photographing it and posting it. And that was definitely the most challenging part for me. But I had so much fun doing it, and I'm so glad. And I have to say, it's really kickstarted my creativity. Like, I'm all about now more building, more doing things. So,
well, just seeing everybody else's builds, I'm like, oh, that's such a great idea. Like, and I would do this to that, or or like you were saying on your live the other day, you made your Tink one, and you're like, I want to make this bigger. Like, this needs to be bigger.
I feel like something like this also builds upon itself. People see it and they get inspired for their next one, and there's still 5 days left.
Oh, yeah. No. Well, and that's why, that's one of my favorite parts about this. And when we do the longer challenges that are like 5-6 days, is that, people may not know about it that first day, but by the second and third day, it's just blowing up. People are like, oh, I want to get in on this. And, they're so inspired. And the thing that I just love the most about all of the challenges that I put on, and especially this one, is so many people popped out. And when they posted it, they said, this is my first time building a mock.
Yes.
How amazing is that? So I just think it's super duper awesome. And I love it when they get their kids involved, because obviously I post my kids' stuff too. And so, yeah, it's amazing.
Well, I just kept hearing all of these cries from the other room from Flynn, like, it's breaking records.
Oh yeah. I was telling Flynn yesterday, my biggest challenge to date was the holiday challenge during Christmas time, and that was roughly 500 individual builds, and this one was more than 500 builds, and it was half the time. So this was bananas.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I started it last Halloween. And when I put the challenge out there, I didn't give anybody any time, really. I was just like, hey, for the next 13 days, I'm building a habitat every single day that is spooky and Halloween-y, and I would love for you to join. And I had zero expectations, and people joined in, and I thought it was awesome. And one guy, the guy who did the Disney Deadpool princesses,
Yes,
I'm sure you saw
which is
that one.
amazing.
Hysterical. His name is Reed, a fall badger, and he actually jumped in and did one every single day with me. He was the only one that did every single day with me that challenge. And then after that, everybody's like, do a Christmas one, do a Valentine's Day one, do a spring one. And then as I was planning the summer one, that's when you guys were like, hey, let's do one. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. So yeah.
Well, I'm so glad we did, because what an amazing turnout and how much fun. I still am just completely blown away by the amount of things that people, and just like the level of the builds was just beyond. It was super cool.
It brings out all talents.
Absolutely. So, and actually, we're going to take a pause real quick here to say hi to everybody who's in the chat, all of our new people, all of our people who've been around here for a while. There's lots of people, so we always like to try to say hello to everybody. I'm just getting up the list here.
And I always say hi to everyone on Facebook as well, and everyone who lurks, who doesn't chat. We may not see you, but
we see you.
There. Welcome.
So I just want to say this. Hi to Annabelle, also known as Lego Why Not. Anna G is here. Apples. Aubrey is here. Brick Built Babe, Brickanista, Brickman Mosaics Art, Brickworm, Bubs and Lava Bat, Chaz 609, Chris Hawkeye Chalice, and Jaden Falcon Chalice. How's it going, guys? Debo Bricks is here. Darren Siegfried, Delicious Foods, Deanna's Bricks, Gina T, aka Grammy to Bubs and Lava Bat. Holly is here. Hooded One, Joel, he of many names, Marbella, Johnny Cat, J Rocky, hey, how's it going, man?
Christopher Coster,
Lil Scrap, Yano River Blue, Maraid is here, Maraid Walsh, and I wanted to give a big shout out to Maraid for handling all of the pictures for the slideshow today.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Amazing job. We've got, where did I stop here?
We've got Matthew Builds Bricks.
That's Minifig Chick, MMB, James. Monica Berry, Moto, Pan Fred Nudo is here. Awesome. How's it going, Fred? Actually, Fred is going to be joining us as our special guest on the show this Sunday, everybody. So that's going to be a great one. Rob Zaccardi and the Zaccardis, Lana, Elena, and Vanessa. How's it going? Robin Eklund is here. The Hornburgers, ahoy, hoy, Hornburgers, and veteran Lego Dad. How's it going? Oh, I'm so glad to see all of these amazing people here today. I'm going to try to make sure I got all the list. And if I didn't...
I recognize so many of those names as our builders, too.
I know how it's exciting, right? And I also am going to say, even though I'm not sure if they're here, bonsoir to Wilfred, wherever you may be, and Kim Zarachino. We always have to say they've been in. They're always here. So always got to say hello. So gosh, everybody, that was a big group of new people here today. And hey, if you're new, or if you've been here before, do us a favor and like this video. You can just go on YouTube,
right down there, right?
Go right down there. There's a little thumbs up. If you could hit that, that super helps us out. And another thing that you could do to help us out if you're new here is subscribe to the channel. There's a little subscribe button. I understand if you want to wait and see if this is actually a cool show before you hit the subscribe button.
You know what you should
totally
do?
Get it.
If you're into Lego, and you're on YouTube, and you haven't subscribed yet, check out our videos of what we've done before, because there's some super fun ones in there.
Yeah, we've got we do some history of different Lego themes videos.
How-tos.
We've done how-tos. We do these challenges every 2 weeks. We submit a challenge, and then on Fridays we show everybody's challenge photos. It's a lot of fun. So if you'd like to join us in on all that good times, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We super appreciate it.
On Tube.
On the Tube. So before we get started on the slides, and we're going to start soon because we got a lot to get through, but I wanted to say that. Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm looking for. So we have
a script today.
It's time for Disney Pins. So Jen, I know you have a Disney pin today. Why don't you share yours and the story of your pin?
Can you see that? It's a little Cheshire cat.
Hold it closer to the camera. Just hold the pin closer to the camera. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Oh, Cheshire cat. Very cool. Love it.
That is because Alice is one of my favorites. So, and Cheshire Cat is just too fun. So,
I've got, we have a Cheshire Cat, lots of stuff, don't we? Coffee cup.
Yes, we
I
do.
have one that's very special to me. This monorail pin that was given to me by Paint Pusher. And I'm wearing it today because it is so fun going to the Disney parks with Minifig Chick and Paint Pusher. And he's really into trains and monorails.
And I've
Jack.
got Jack, an awesome Jack Skellington here that I really like a lot. It's got, there's like a whole series of different faces of Jack.
Yes.
So I wanted to talk just a real quick second about our outfits that we're wearing today. So I'm going to put us back on this one so you can kind of see all of it. So what we are doing today is something called Disney bounding. And if you've never heard of Disney bounding before, there we go. So they do not allow you to wear, or at least adults anyway, full
adults
character costumes in the parks. Like, and I get why. Like, because otherwise, like, people will be like, oh, like, it's Ariel, and try and, take pictures, and they want their official people. Totally get it.
That makes perfect sense.
And they do all kinds of unofficial events. People do something called Dapper Days where they get all dressed up.
I would love to go to Dapper Days. It looks so fun.
And so another thing they do is called Disney bounding. And it's where you do a sort of pseudo character costume, like inspired by. And a lot of times
like a blue and yellow dress, right?
Right. For Snow White, you might wear like a yellow skirt with a blue top and like wear a red ribbon in your hair. Like it's a and then some people have really taken it far, like super fashion style, like really like high fashion, which is really cool. So today we decided to do some Disney bounding which is, crossing some lines into costumery, but we're doing some Disney bounding here today on our show. So Jen,
we're shopping from our own costume thing.
Yeah, exactly. So can anybody guess who Jen is Disney bounding today? Let's see in the chat if you can guess who she is. And I got to say it was inspired. And I'm sorry that I didn't think of this movie when I was building my stacks, because I absolutely would have included one.
I give this genius idea to my sister-in-law. She and my sibling Disney bounded when they got engaged. And so she's like my go-to when it comes to Disney bounding. Yeah, they Disney bound as Mickey and Minnie. And so I hit her up. I was like, what do I dress up as? She's like, duh.
People want to see the rest of your outfit. Can you stand up a little bit and show us a little bit of your fashion? Oh, very cute. Very cute. All right, you want to tell everybody what your bound is?
I am Giselle from Enchanted.
Yay!
We love that movie.
I love Enchanted so much. It's so great. And what how fun.
And she's a redhead. So, I mean, you can't get more perfect than that.
Exactly. And of course, Amy Adams is just the perfect Disney princess. She nailed it. Really,
she's amazing.
Just really, really great. So yes, Giselle from Enchanted. Awesome. Now,
did anybody get it? I can't see the comments. Did anybody guess it?
You should be able to see the comments there. There should be a little thing on the side that says comments, and if you click on it, you should be able to see everybody's comments.
Well, there we go. Yep. Okay.
We had Rapunzel.
And Ariel guesses. So yes, because I think people don't like us don't remember Enchanted as being Disney, and it absolutely is. Yep. So, but I think it's great. You did a perfect job. So,
if you haven't seen Enchanted and you like Disney, or fantasy, it's super fun.
It's great. So our outfits.
I'll give you one guess.
I saw somebody and somebody guessed yours already.
Oh,
yeah. I think it may have been Holly. I'm not exactly sure, but yay, Minifig Chick. Yes, Richard is being Carl from Up. And I am Bert from Mary Poppins. If you didn't get it from my terrible Cockney accent, which was really, I think, actually kind of better than Dick Van Dyke's. Just saying. So yeah. Anyway, so that was this is what we decided to do today. I was trying to go for Flynn Rider because and I could not for the life of me find a vest that was the right color because he has a very specific and color is a big part of this as well. People do the color. So
well, a funny thing, I don't know if this happens to anyone else who collects Lego, but Lego can take up a lot of space in your house.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So imagine that.
We had a whole Marie Kondo period where we were thanking things and sending them on their way. And I think a lot of our costumes went during that period, right?
They did. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think they got either went or they moved to
onto other deep storage.
They moved to a deep storage. A different life.
Because you need your Lego close at hand.
A bunch of people. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. One of my most favorite lines from that whole series of movies. So, all right. So there you go. We've got pins. We said hello to everybody. We talked about Disney bounding, and now it is time at long last to go to look at everybody's stacks. Now,
are you ready?
We have 70 slides today, and
that breaks a lot of records.
We had more people in this one. I think we had this was more people than we've ever had for a challenge. I believe 43 was our most that we've ever had submit. So thank you everybody so much for submitting such amazing builds. Now, I know a lot of you included explanations and stories, and there are so many that I'm not going to be able to do all the stories. I'm sorry, but we will be talking about each one.
Well, we want to see everyone's work.
Absolutely. And we are.
I love it. Somebody said 4-hour stream inbound. Get ready, chat.
Exactly. But that's right. I'm not using this today. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look.
We're in widescreen.
We are in widescreen.
It's nice being close. But.
Yes. Hooded One, we will be getting to all those numbers a little bit later. Jen has her whole pie chart list of how many and all the things.
All the charts.
All right, so this is from Alan Vega. Now, Alan did end up sending 2 pictures of single ones. So we will look at those. So this is obviously Frozone from The Incredibles. I love the use of the clear background pieces and the slope. I think is just looks really great.
Yeah, the whole shape of it with the ice splashing off to the sides is great.
Whoop. We got there we go. And then we've got Hercules on Pegasus. My favorite, or not, I don't want to say favorite part, but one of the things I really love about this is that blue color in the background.
Yes.
I love the use of the vintage horse too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I didn't remember those saddles coming with clips.
Yeah, they have little clips on the side of them. So perfect.
My daughter saw this and first thing she said, we need a brown saddle.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, on it. Put it on the Bricklink.
All right, so this is TrickyBricks. What a beautiful stack. I love the just the variety of all the different stories and the takes on the different stories I think are really cute too.
Oh, I didn't even see this
is my favorite.
Sorry, what was that, Jen?
So awesome. I because I had a really busy morning, I wasn't able to see a lot of these stacks yet. So I didn't see that she had put the topper with me and my little mini habitats. That's so sweet. Thank you, TrickyBricks.
That's awesome. And I love the fireworks piece that they did on the top. And I really love Luke and Leia as kids with their little Star Wars collection down below.
So that's my kids.
Oh, that's adorable.
So she originally had 2 other little characters, and I messaged her and I was like, oh my goodness, my kids asked me if it was them. And she said, hold on, please. And then sent me a new photo where she found my sig figs for the kids and put them in there as Luke and Leia, because I have twin boy and girl. And so she put them in. All her builds were so cute and inspired because she really took each theme and had different builders building each theme, like the older couple building the Steamboat Willie. I was like, that's so brilliant.
Well, this is
check out the mini characters in the the one with the purple and lavender background on the shelf.
Yeah, on the shelf, Peter Pan and Tinkerbell and Captain Hook. That's brilliant. And I love also too, somebody mentioned it in the chat, but the extended black bases on the bottom really helps separate each individual thing. It's beautiful.
That is a great idea.
Right. So this is from TrickyBricks, Magical Disney Moments by the TrickyBricks family. Wow. So many great parts usage in this one. Look, there, you're up there on the top.
I need my balloon.
I love
and
the
a couple
Iron
of
Man.
these, they're sun built too. So I think that's really awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, well, and I love the waterfall piece in the Little Mermaid one, and I really love that Jasmine one. Just the choice of colors on that is terrific. That like teal and gold, and yeah, it works really nicely. Oh, and I just noticed the little green army men in the Toy Story one on the lower left. Nice work.
Yeah, they're so good at details.
In the Thor. Yeah, just so many. That's what I was really impressed by, the details people were able to add into their builds. All right, this is from Brick Built Babe, and I noticed Brick Built Babe did like a series of builds that were like different dragons attacking the castle, and I didn't
that came together
at the time that they all fit together into one big piece.
Yeah, she is all about the digital builds and building things out of bricks. She does a whole series where she builds different animals out of bricks. So this is amazing. Again, this is the first time I'm seeing her stack, and this looks so cool all put together.
It's incredible. And and she even included the brand new Rhea dragon there in the front with that like hair. It's a brilliant use of pieces, brilliant use of color, and a brilliant way to fit all of them to create one giant piece.
I love the falling castle pieces in the lower right.
Yeah,
it's with the big jaws coming in, they're just tumbling down. It's great.
Yeah, brilliantly done.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh, there's mine.
What is this? This is Jen's. I love this. I gotta say, like everyone that came out was like, oh, that's my favorite. Oh, that's my favorite. But I gotta say, like, and I love all of them, and I love the details, all of them. But the sheep with the clouds in the lower right is it's such an inspired little.
Those sheep were such a happy accident. Can I just tell you, they were such a happy accident.
I love when that happens, right?
Great parts usage on those. There's few pieces, and they're super expressive.
Yeah, and I love your Shuri is fantastic as well. I love that you included her. So great.
I had to. She's amazing.
Just super fun. And when your Maleficent one came out, I was like, oh man, I was thinking of doing the dragon, and I'm so glad. You can't improve on perfection, so I chose a different subject, but it's brilliant.
Thank you.
Oh, stripes in the gray masonry bricks is really cool.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is your husband, correct?
Yeah, this is my husband's stack. He's got a bit of a fun sense of humor, so he went a little kooky with his builds.
I gotta say, I loved the top one where where Spider-Man wasn't allowed to use Tony Stark's bathroom, and so they closed the toilet by putting Thor's hammer on it so he can't pick it up. That was so good.
Oh man, he's like, there has been no potty humor in this habitat challenge. I gotta do something about this. I'm like, have at it. This is what everybody expects from you. So, and then his little droid love story was just cracking me up. So
no, I have to say, I don't at first glance recognize the one on the right.
Is it it's not Return of the Jedi with the speeder bikes, is it?
No, so he has a whole storyline. So these are just, two droids that on the left or right, the gray one. I don't know which way the camera's. The gray one, they're taking an oil bath after just narrowly escaping Geonosis battle. And then in the next one, and there's a spark of romance in the oil bath. And so then in the next one, they are not going to escape Endor's battle. So, or no, not Endor, Kazakh, wherever the Wookiees live. Sorry, I'm not great with my Star Wars. Please forgive me. So
no, it's okay. I'm equally as terrible with it.
So we're just starting to watch all the movies. So I really am new to the Star Wars lore. But yeah, so it's supposed to be they have the spark of romance and genosis, and then they go to the Wookiee planet, and their love doesn't make it because they don't. So
I love it's a lovely story though, with a tragic ending.
A bit of a Kashyyyk. There we go.
All right.
I love the open spaces in the tiled background or the plate background there. It makes a really great texture.
Yeah, so I thought you did a great job with that.
So this is from Brick Literacy, formerly AKA Remy Baker, AKA Avernus Workshop, in case if you're a longtime viewer of the show, you know who that is.
All the aliases.
I love the top 3 Star Wars one, or the top Star Wars one with the red and black is fantastic. And then
Rey and Kylo.
Yeah, and then down at the bottom, like he did 3. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of 3, so 12 total. See, I can do math. I'm so impressed that you did that many, Remy. Like seriously, that is crazy. That is a crazy amount of stuff.
I know. The people that did more than one a day, I'm like, more power to you, man. I don't know how you have the brick inventory, but you're all amazing.
It's absolutely. Oh, and I'm just noticing too, down in the bottom there, in the bottom stack, underneath the Star Wars one, there's a WandaVision one with them watching TV, and I am so into that because I love WandaVision. Okay. All right, this is from Brickanista. And this is so in the central there is Brickanista's signature character, Super Sewer Baby. And I love the I love this collection of characters, of course. Oh, and I love the I love the Darth Vader with the cookie. There was for a while, a long time ago, there was this joke about come to the dark side, we have cookies. Mm-hmm. And I actually was at a video game convention maybe about 15 years ago, and there was a guy wearing a full Stormtrooper outfit, carrying his helmet, and he was wearing a Cookie Monster head. And he was carrying a sign that said, "Me went to dark side, there no cookies." It was so good.
That's great.
This is great. I love it. And I love the colors and the pieces. Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, any excuse to use the Sewer Baby too. So.
Yeah, exactly. That
baby's had a lot of adventures.
He has had a lot. They have had a lot of adventures. All right. So let's see. We've got here. Sorry, I got to do a little bit of technical work.
It's the one I wanted to do.
Which one did you want to do?
It's from Pirates of the Caribbean, the dog with the key outside the cell door.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And the tiki room.
Yeah, we got the tiki room, the Matterhorn, and I gotta say, I love that moment in the Matterhorn because it scares the crap out of me every time. And by the way, this is this is from
Bricklands, California.
Bricklands, California, fantastic. Really,
I love that. I love that they went off the what everybody else probably thought of when it came to Disney, and went with like Disney rides and Disney places within Disney. I loved all these like complete brick build, whole own idea builds. Like they're so creative.
And we aren't going to be able to look at these as long as we would like to. So please make sure that you all go to Instagram and just look for the hashtag Lego Disney Habitats, and you will be able to see all of these in all of their glory. This is from Brick Snaps. Martin is amazing, by the way. He's such a great, and he's so humble. I was just like, dude, like every single one was perfect. And he was like, oh, well, I've never really done this before, so I was just trying. He
did such a great job. And he was the only person that used mini dolls for all of his builds.
Yes.
Except for the Dumbo one, not Dumbo,
the Dopey one and
Dopey. Dopey down at the bottom.
Yeah, I used 2 mini dolls in mine. But yeah, this is just what a fantastic stack. And I love the variation of stories. And he's got a Merida, which, hello, there's your retirement right there.
Seriously.
That's a hard
I know,
one
my daughter saw that when she's like, why don't we have Merida yet? And I was like, girl, it's on my wish list. Don't worry, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, really great job, Martin. Fantastic work on all of these.
Absolutely.
Little details are beautiful.
Albert Lee, I completely agree. These are very high quality mocks. He says, great job.
So this is from Bricks Tales, iconic Disney villains. Now, originally I was going to go for all villains, and then I didn't.
I was surprised you didn't. I thought for sure that's how you were going to go with this.
Well, it was weird. Like day to day, I just went with whatever I was feeling like inspired by for that particular day. But yeah, I thought so too. But yeah, I love this collection of villains. I love the syndrome on the top, and I really love. Now, I stayed extremely traditional. But I really loved where people broke the box and really kind of like had things popping out. And I also really like these ones that kind of incorporated them all together in like as one. Like I know for my stack, like it's definitely like 6 individual stories. And this one is almost just like an amalgamation of all of them. And it's hard to see in the picture, but the Maleficent dragon using the Batman cowl.
I know. I loved that. I thought that was so genius.
Clips for the claws.
All right. So that was Bricks Tales. This is Bubs and Lava Bat. Love it. Now I got to see these. I saw all of these when they were on Instagram, and I love how they fit together. And I love that he chose to do the different parts of Disney, right? He has like one Marvel, one Star Wars, and one like straight up Disney one. Really, really great.
I love Winnie the Pooh in heated battle with Grogu for the cutest.
I know. Super cute. Excellent, Bubs.
Everybody who did a post with Grogu every single night, my kids are just like, Grogu, Grogu. I was like, oh my goodness.
Okay. This was a road I was originally going to go down, and then once I saw this one, I didn't. This is from Chaz 609, and these are
such a good job.
Such an amazing job. I love these so much. The stretching portrait, the Hatbox Ghost, and then the caretaker in the graveyard. With the dog. I love it. I saw somebody had done like a full Haunted Mansion like building a while back.
I saw that one.
And they used Santa's little helper from The Simpsons as the dog. And it was the funniest thing because he's super skinny and got those big bubble eyes. It was so funny. But I love this so much. Everything about this is just...
Chaz nailed these Haunted Mansion ride builds.
Yeah.
I mean, just nailed them.
And if you see on Instagram, actually the bottom of the stretching portrait has a little panel that like slides in and out, so it blocks the bottom of it. But yeah, awesome work. Awesome work. Okay, this is from Cruisin' for Bricks. And we can see these are based on Disney theme parks, attractions or rides. Oh, we both work for Disney Cruise Line, and that's where we met. That's awesome.
I loved learning more of their story behind the builds. It was so sweet. So thank you for sharing those with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love always hearing, I always love when people put their own personal experience into a build. It's so meaningful. Dumbo ride, and I love the backside of water on the lower left, which like if you know Jungle Cruise, look, somebody did the pirate again with the keys, really great
with a Chihuahua.
I know, I love that they chose a Chihuahua for that one.
It's so good.
And then the 2 salon pictures.
Oh, sorry,
I was the top rows, he had to put a disclaimer because people were like, what happened to those children's bodies? And he's like, they're wearing capes because they're in a salon, they're getting their hair done. But I guess somebody was very concerned about the severed heads. I was dying. I thought that was fantastic.
Now this one,
this one was bananas. I was like, when it came through yesterday, I was like, holy crap.
I know.
This took a lot of time and thought to.
So this is from Custom Brickheads. And not only did they do like a Brickheads version of each one, but then like did their own version of the stacks. And apparently it's all by the measurements are all by the rules.
That's what he said.
And it's so brilliant. Like just the army man with the parachutes and Woody. And I was, and I said this on Instagram, is that like each of those brickheads on its own is a work of art, like each one. But then to be able to present it in this just absolutely fantastic way.
He even has Rex with an Etch-a-Sketch down there in the corner. Like he's holding an Etch-a-Sketch. Like he really paid attention to so many details.
The red and the white knobs.
Yeah.
Just beautiful, beautiful work. Okay, this is from sorry. This is from Darren Siegfried. I was able to build 4 Disney habitats. We've got the droids, we've got Return of the Jedi Duel, and we've got Toy Story, and this one on the top right.
Logan Sandwich Shop.
Last week's challenge was Logan's Sandwich Shop. It's hilarious. Because of course I'm just imagining him cutting.
I know, that's what I was doing.
So good. Oh my goodness. All right. Oops, wrong. I gotta click here. There we go. All right. This is from Dark Brick. And this is, and now can you guess? I love the clever use of parts in this one to create the character.
I have to guess.
So good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's got to be Robin Hood.
Yes, it is Robin Hood. And there's a scene where he's sending all of the bags of coins down on the rope. And I got to say, I know there were some people who said that they felt they were intimidated because they didn't have any Disney minifigs. And I was so impressed by the folks that were able to create their own minifigs of characters.
There were so many. Even with like just the princesses, so many people made their own custom Snow Whites, which I thought was just brilliant because there's only a mini doll of Snow White. Yeah. So but Dark Brick, they originally posted a much bigger build because they didn't realize the habitat constraints. And so I commented, I was like, this is great. I'd love to see it in the habitat scale if you have the time. And they turned around and redid it, and it turned out so good. And so again, just thank you for taking the time to redo it in the scale because it looks awesome.
Absolutely. And excellent job. Excellent job.
And the color of the minifigure stands out so well. It just pops against the gray, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We've got, here we go. Okay, so this is we're moving on to page 3, folks. This is Dennis Bricks, and this is and Dennis says thank you for the challenge. It was so much fun and so inspiring. Well, I gotta say, as inspired as I was building, I just was so inspired by seeing everybody's builds, like every single day. When I had a spare minute, I was like looking at people's builds and I didn't unfortunately get to comment on everyone's 500 entries that we had.
Imagine that. I can't imagine.
I know, because I had a really intense week, but and I also knew we'd be commenting on a lot of them today. But I just want to say, like, how impressed we were by all of them.
And delicious foods, I absolutely agree. This one really pops. It's such bold color, right?
Yeah, and I love the fairy godmother there on the bottom.
My house on top,
and I love that the fairy godmother's got
your house on top.
That the fairy godmother's gotten a kind of a glamour makeover with like she looks amazing. I see Ratatouille.
Again, my daughter was like, what fig is that? And I was like, no, honey, that's a custom. Calm down.
And the inside out piece with the purple splat gears, just all of it, great little details all around.
Yeah. Oh, and is that Maleficent's castle in the lower right?
I think that's Mulan.
It's Mulan.
Yeah, very cool.
And she was the first person to use the little dolls from the pop-up books for the Beauty and the Beast one, which I thought was clever. I didn't even see that coming. I think like one other person did some micro dolls, but I was like, oh, that's so funny. I didn't even think about those figs. So
totally. All right. Ooh, whoa. So this one is from James Windle, buddy of ours. He's actually a Lego master builder at the Lego Discovery Center in the UK. And
so cool.
Despite working with Lego all day, every day, he managed to turn in some really great, and he did 7 of them, like one for every day. And I love how they're each so different. They're almost like their own separate biomes. Like everyone's got like its own very specific place.
And super 3D. I think the use of foreground objects is great.
Well, and
he messaged me and he was like, I can't stop building them. I'm having so much fun. And I was like, awesome.
Yeah, Delicious Foods, exactly. It screams texture. There's tons of texture. And I really love how he filled the spaces, right? Like they just, like they're very full. And so it's just wonderful. Awesome.
And real quick, his Ursula one, everybody that did an Ursula one, I loved all of them. But he included the unfortunate souls. He has the little squigglies with eyeball dots on the top. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was brilliant. So,
I know.
Well
I was
done.
trying to figure out a way to put those in mine, and I just couldn't manage it. And I was so glad that he
that
did.
That is why you learn something every single day from these challenges, because people just do amazing things with parts. And I'm like,
And this is James Wendell, for those who were asking. Okay. Fabian Rodriguez. I love this one so much because the entire thing fits together to create one final piece.
I hadn't put it together. And so when it popped up on my feed today, I was like, oh my goodness, it just creates this, total cohesive flow. Like even with Aladdin jumping off the rooftops, like, oh my gosh, well done, Fabian.
Yeah, really just so good. And yeah, I was so impressed by all of it. And I love all the little details and the tiling on the floor and just all of it. And I did the same thing. I didn't realize at first that they all went together until I saw them, and I was like,
I know. It's
amazing.
like, whoa.
All right, this is from FabuFan MKE. This is one of our regulars. Hey, look, there I am dancing with penguins.
Yes.
I love
baggy pants penguins.
I know. I love the porgs. And I gotta give a shout out to him using one of the live action Disney movies.
Yes.
The absent-minded professor with the flubber and the flying car. And he also did in the lower left there the ostrich race from Swiss Family Robinson.
That brick-built ostrich was so awesome.
So good. Awesome. And I was like, because the Lego ostrich is a little hard to get a hold of. And the fact that he was able to build, I mean, I'm not surprised because he's amazing, but just like, wow, great.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Actually, we are going to take a little break right now.
A pause,
you might say. We are, in fact, going to take the pause that refreshes. Everybody, please welcome our very special guest to the screen. It's Logan Cookie Time. Hi, buddy. Here's Logan. Hi. And we're going to just do this real quick. Yay, Logan. Logan is here. He was very sad that the show wasn't all about him today because everything is all about Logan all the time. But he lived with it, right?
There
was a Logan in there.
Sound of happiness.
Yay, Logan.
One chump.
That is Logan Cookie Time, everyone. All right.
It's like, that's it.
Yeah, I know what. That's it. Yes, Logan. I'm sorry. It's a little shorter today because we've got lots to look at here. All right. So let's
He gets lots of cookies.
He gets a lot of cookies. All right. Next up, we've got Femme from the Block, who, again, unsurprisingly put together an epic build. And once again, they all fit together. And I got to point out a couple things here. The claw machine at the top, utilizing the new piece from the video boxes, the clear piece from the video box, is just great. And we all know, if you are a regular on our show, you know that Yano is a huge Toy Story fan, and a lot of her pieces incorporate Toy Story elements in them. So I was so glad to see that she was doing this. I mean, I wasn't surprised that she was doing it, but I was so glad to see that she did, and in a really fantastic way.
And the bold color against the dark backgrounds really just pops right out, like those lightsabers.
Huzzah. Awesome
I
work,
just
Yano.
love her builds.
Yeah. Nope, that's right. I gotta do this. All right. So we've got. This is from the Greebling Wizard. Stormtroopers here. We're in danger. I must tell the others. Oh no, I've been shot. I love the hand and the legs sitting on the base. Yeah. It's too good. It's really a lot of fun. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, I have not seen this one yet.
Yeah, this one didn't make it to Instagram. This is from our one of our regulars on our Sunday show, from Holly. And if anybody's seen this show before, you know that Holly loves to turn her things in at the last minute, and she emails them to me. So this one hasn't been up on Instagram yet, but it will.
Oh, well, let me update my totals over here.
Oh, there you go. So just an excellent use of purple pieces, and the way that you made the form of it is fantastic.
Well, it's all so clean. It looks like if there was a set of a habitat.
Yeah, I would love this. Is just huzzah, Holly!
Yeah. Holly, that's
very,
amazing.
Very nice.
And purple pyramids. Are there purple pyramids?
I don't think there's purple.
If not, there should be.
Yes,
there should be.
All right. So this is from Ivy Lego. And they built the character in their element, and I love the Duke Kaboom one.
Duke Kaboom made me laugh so hard. I was like, that is such an excellent character choice. Nobody else used it, so bravo.
Holly says yes, all those parts exist. So there you go.
Ooh. Really beautiful, Holly.
Yeah, I also I gotta say, I always love ones that have tons of detail in them. But that Mickey one it's just kind of perfect simplicity, and it really shows the character off. Like, it's about him, right? Mm-hmm. Really, really love that.
Grain on the floorboards, I think, adds a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and just the
action nailed that one.
The action of the Duke Kaboom one is just wonderful.
So fun.
And Grogu. Okay, so this is from
Jessica, I love you.
And I love that she stacked them all just like directly on top of each other. It's clever.
She messaged me. She said, "Did I do this right?" And I was like, "Well, you stacked them." And I was like, you can take off the cheese wedge and then they connect. And she's like, "Oh, take off the cheese wedge." I stacked them, and I'm like, "Yes, you did." And
yes, you did. That is a fine stack.
That is someone with a calm household. If those can stay.
Oh, I know that would never stay standing in our house. I'm just saying.
No.
All right. So this is from Jennifer Jam Jam, and this is their first time building a habitat ever, and did an amazing job. And I got to give a shout out that she included Cool Runnings.
That was
which is the guys in the bathtub.
So good. My husband and I died. Just died.
I know.
Amazing.
It was so good. Just really, really funny. Just brilliant. I love it. And for a first time, just bravo. And I think also one of the only people, there was only a couple people who did Treasure Planet. Mm-hmm. So really, really, really great.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so this is from
a lot of action here.
JJ Bricklayer. And this is all inspired by Disneyland. Really, really, really fun. Wow.
Yeah, JJ always builds like bright, colorful, jumping out of the habitats whenever they join our challenges. So this one, no exception.
Really. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that Ewok glider is pretty cool.
Yeah, the Ewok glider is epic with the rock like about to drop. It's really good. Wow. I'm so impressed. This is just, I can't believe it, everybody. And look, we are officially at the halfway point.
Woo-hoo!
So there you go. All right. I know I don't want it to end, actually, because these are all so amazing.
Radical participation. So
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes. So this is
Sorry, I got distracted by this.
Yeah, this is just from Justin Brady Joyner. And I love, first of all, the take on the Mickey ears, like the hidden Mickeys. Just beautiful. And I actually have a pin that looks like that.
Tinkerbell flying over the castle.
Yep. With the micro Tinkerbell. I really love people's takes on micro figures in this. We even got, I believe those are Duplo Mickey and Minnie figures. Is that right, Jen? I
think so. He said in his post that they were just older Lego figs. So I don't know if they're Duplo or if they are just older Lego released. I'm not sure. I don't know the history behind those, but they're super cool.
Oh, I love the motion in the Star Wars piece, and I really love the way that he did the little trails for the balls at the top.
The Inside Out.
Yes. Yeah, the Inside Out one. So good.
That was awesome.
All right. This is from Kevinator, and this is Rocket Raccoon taking on an outsider who has diversified their weapon choices. That is a lot of weapons.
Ruben said those figs are from 2000, and they're basically 4+ juniors level figs. So they're a little bit old.
Got it.
Why don't we have that Rocket Raccoon?
Just really, we do.
I know we have Rocket. Do we have that one?
I don't know if we have that one.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh-oh. I guess we're going to Bricklink.
You better
today.
add that to your want list.
I was going to say,
that's the downside of the challenges is my children learn about all the figs we don't have, and then our want list.
I think everybody's like, whenever we do these history of a particular theme shows, like all of a sudden everybody's like, I need every modular. I need every Aquazone set that ever existed. So yeah. There's always a rush on Bricklink on Fridays at noon, I think.
Holly shopping the mocks.
Exactly. Totally. Okay, so this is from our buddy Christopher Koster, who is an architect and does amazing stuff with Bricklink Studio. Wow. And he did 2 stacks in Studio. And I just so this is the Star Wars one. And I just got to point out like how incredible these are, and the micro builds are just on point. Well, like absolutely perfectly on point.
Check out the
X-Wing with
the little gates.
Yep, with the doors.
The doors. This was my son when he saw all of these. He's just like, because he loves building in micro scale. So he's like, Mom, make that bigger on the TV, because we watch it on the TV at the end of the day. We go through and look at all the entries, and he's like, zoom in. That's really funny.
Yeah, and his by the way, his name is TrickyBricks on Instagram if you're looking to find him. And again, if you can't, if you want to see all these a little closer and get to know some of these builders, please go to Instagram, put in the hashtag, search the hashtag Lego Disney Habitats, and you will have over 500 images to look at, and they're all incredible. And they all
Richard, you can't see, but there's the 2 pod racers. He actually split it up into 2 habitats when he posted the pod racer one, so you can get a better look at the pod racers, and the parts usage on those are just brilliant.
Well, I think my favorite is the Darth Vader Obi-Wan battle in the lower right with the curved wall. Like it's just brilliant. So.
Just the last one I'm so excited about this Imperial Walker in the lower left is just brilliant parts usage.
Yeah, the ATST is pretty amazing.
Thank you, ATST.
All right, and this was his other one. This was his tribute to Disney. And we got the Up House, we've got the castle. I love, he did this for me, the Florida version of the Haunted Mansion, which is brilliant. But I got to say, like, even though I don't think those parts actually, the spaceship Earth is just like fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Lego, if you're listening, that would be a great color for those parts.
Yeah, if you're listening, chrome everything.
Chrome.
All right. Whoa, wow, somebody did a lot of work here. This is from Crystal Whitaker. And wow, this is like 12 complete.
No. So it's actually just 6. she sent me both setups because it's Stitch doing something nice on the left and then messing it all up on the right. And she said, and she says to me, I can't decide which stack to send, so I'm sending them to you and you get to decide. And I was like, that is not even fair. I'm putting them into a collage and I'm sending both because they're hysterical, because the nice one is so pretty and elegant and just, I mean, she nails details. And then you look at what he did afterwards, like especially like the washing the clothes one with all the suds popping out of the washer and dryer, and the cooking one where there's cookies all over the walls. Like I was like, no, they're both going in. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's perfect. And thank you for explaining. And now I totally see it. And I love I love that he's facing forward in the good one and in the corner because he was naughty. And it's
so good.
Oh, and I also, too, I got to say, with the attention to details, the water heater in the corner is pretty brilliant little touch, I got to say. Yeah. All right. Whoa.
Oh, my goodness.
Whoa. And this, pause. This, I would like to introduce as our MVP of the challenge. This is Lego Larry, and he built 3 every single day, and they were all themed each day for one particular theme. Larry, thank you for sharing your genius with us.
I know. I wish I could play my applause sound effect right now, but like, wow.
Yeah.
This is just beyond. I can't.
He just went bananas.
Yeah, he did. Well, and I love some of the takes on them. Like, well, the Captain Marvel is fantastic. They're all great.
Steamboat Willie.
And if you see this one with the one, okay, and of course now I can't remember the name. I know it's not the Carnage. The Carnage one. With
yes.
When he presented that originally, it was in 3 different photos of him like escaping, and just. I wish I would have had the time to do 3 a day because
I know.
Yeah, these are just fantastic, and the humor.
He sent me a sneak peek of this, and he was like, "It's a monstrosity," and I was like, "But it's amazing."
No, it's a beautiful monstrosity.
And
absolutely.
I can barely sit in my chair thinking about what it must have been like to assemble all these.
Yeah. Oh my
goodness. He showed me his workspace, and there's just like brick carnage everywhere from him putting everything together.
Stacking them can be a challenge, as we saw.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness. All right. Just go see all of these on Instagram, folks.
Seriously.
Okay.
I've been waiting to see these ones all put together.
So this is from Lego at Sea. And this is the Avengers spending their day off at Disneyland.
I loved this idea, and I just laughed every day. It was great.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's really, really funny. I love all of them all doing the different things.
Except for poor Spider-Man. He still had to save somebody falling out of a Ferris wheel. I mean, like, he totally got a bum deal of the day.
That is great. Hey, at least he was there. So
yeah, exactly. Thank goodness. Whew.
Yeah, these are really, really fun. And I love the Gamora on the ship is fantastic.
I know. I think that was my favorite of their stack.
Yeah, I also really love the train coming out of the piece is excellent. Very cool. And nice mix of things there. Okay, so this is from Lego Cat Creator. This is a Lego Disney habitat for the Mandalorian and Grogu. I love it. I love the little, the waterfall on the right, and the use of the lerps there on the left.
Micro mountains, right?
Yep.
Really great use of lerps. I gotta say,
it'll come as no surprise that of all the Star Wars builds, the characters that got the most play was Grogu and Mando.
Really? I was wondering about that, actually.
Yeah, but by quite a lot.
Oh.
Well, there's that meme of Grogu saying to the camera, "I am Star Wars now."
Yeah, I'm Star Wars now. Sorry. Sorry, R2. All right. Absolutely. Okay, this is from Lego Coffee. There. Lego Coffee says, so these are the Huey, Dewey, and Louie habitats, which is their adventures in DuckTales. And then we've got our Mandalorian set in the middle, and then our Marvel on the top.
I love how he did that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I want to
Again,
know.
I don't know how they're going to come together until they show the stack. And so I just love the people that were very deliberate about how they made them so that they would come together and tell a story, or, you know, tell 3 stories in this case. Like, that's so awesome.
Yeah, and I love that they are cohesive across the line. It's just really, really beautiful, and I love that library. The little library is great.
Yeah.
And I want to know how. Oh, I guess it's hooked on, but I love how the Iron Man's arms are being like the armor is like being attached on.
Yeah.
And so they're at a different angle than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, he popped them off, and then they're being held by the clips.
So I think now would be a good time to take a little. Well, no, we'll wait. We'll do a couple. We'll do a couple more, and then we're gonna take a pause, and we're going to see about. Yes. Oh, but we also have some facts that we have. We forgot to put on there because Jen's got some facts for us about the builds. Cool. So this is from Lego Don. I love the use of the monkey for.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen this one either.
Yeah, for Abu, this is really, really wonderful.
There's really smart upside down building here too, with that sort of pin connector macaroni turning the dome upside down with a bumper on it.
Yes. Oh, and I love Iago as like the parrot as Iago is just
a couple of people did that, and I was like, oh, that's so good.
I know. And the torch is great too, actually. I haven't seen it done with that piece before like that. It's great. So excellent work. Really nice. And nice colors too. Okay, this is from Lego Why Not?
Annabelle.
It says the adventure begins with tea. They've all got their cups. That's brilliant. I wanted to point out the use of the Tin Man's clock heart in the very top piece for the. It's like so.
I was like, oh.
It's so perfectly appropriate, right?
Yep.
And I love everybody with their teacups. Really fun. My favorite is Jafar because he's just got that sour look on his face.
but he's rocking out in his music room, which I just thought was just so absurdly funny. So
yeah, it looks like someone heated his tea water in the microwave. And he doesn't approve.
Oh my goodness. All right. This is from Lil Scrap.
Yes.
And by the way, go check out Lil Scrap on Instagram. I mean, check out everybody, but he's been doing some really fun stuff. Hey, Moto is here. Moto says, I am Jafar. Okay, I need to see that cosplay now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it too. So I love this so much. I love that
his costume, Cruella.
Yeah.
So good.
See, and there's another example of like custom building a fig and it's just perfect. It's just perfect.
Is that 2 of Unikitty's feather boas?
I think so. Maybe it's just one.
Yeah, it's just one. It's a big. Yeah, it's a big feather boa.
And I gotta say that tribute to WandaVision.
I know.
So good. And I was so thrilled that people included WandaVision in this.
Yeah, quite a few people did. And I was like, yes.
Because you know what I was thinking I want to do now? I know somebody was doing a Marvel one. And I was thinking how fun it would be to do a stack of WandaVision with all the different eras that she.
Oh, that would be so brilliant.
I know. So that's on my list. Now I'm super inspired.
Nobody steal that idea. He's called it.
Yeah, I called it.
And the other one I thought that was really great here was his Ratatouille, because he's got the little mouse up on the shelf knocking off a spice thing, and he has the spice little spice jar like actually springing off the shelf, which is such a great little action detail captured there.
Yeah, love that.
That's my favorite new piece. It's so useful.
I love those minifig posers. Yes.
So this is from Marvelous Bricks, and this is all Marvel habitats.
Yeah.
I love the use of characters here, and I think my favorite one is the Daily Bugle. I love the city in the background, and it really does look like he's on top of a building. It gives that great like effect. Just so good.
For quite a few of these,
good.
he was trying to reference classic comic book covers. So if you go and look at his posts for them and slide, you'll see the classic covers that inspire the builds. And I don't know if he's going to do it later this week, but he's actually been building these habitats for many Marvel figures, and he's about to unleash like an enormous stack soon. So you definitely got to check those out.
Awesome. All right. This is from Matthew Builds Bricks.
I love these. These are so fun.
Yeah, I love it. And I love that he did Genie. I didn't see a lot of Genies in this one. So really, really great. I mean, like each one is fantastic. And I really love the use of coral in the Under the Sea in the Ursula one.
And Mickey painting this painting, right?
Yeah, Mickey, the black and white Mickey painting, I think is my very favorite of all of these. It's just so smart. And I love that he stepped in the paint and there's like the pink brick on the bottom of his shoe. I was just so good.
That was very clever.
Good work, Matthew.
Yeah, great work. Oh, and also Matthew loved that little telephone. In the Toy Story one is a great. That was
adorable.
I just realized that this one had the little things in it. This is from Mox by Mad. It says right there, just some scenes from a different MCU. It says
they're pretty hilarious.
Yeah, these are pretty great. I will quit Netflix and get a Disney Plus account.
I think that one was my favorite of all his little blurbs.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Really, really, really fun.
The broken walls are really nice.
Yeah, that one was really cool. That was a great idea. And especially, throwing it on the end, it doesn't matter if it doesn't connect. So
well, and also it really evokes comics, like a comic book, like with the little individual scenes.
Absolutely.
All right.
I can guess who this is.
I know who this is. I recognize this background. This is from Monica Berry, and it's Thanos tending his garden.
I just thought this was hysterical. The idea of him like, I need to go relax and prune my roses.
Exactly. And I'm a big fan of him amongst all those other colors. Looks really great. It's like a nice pop, and the different colors of green in the background really offsets the purple of him with his big old arm. Okay, so now we're gonna do a different thing here. Jen, do you have prepared your facts?
I do. Give me just
Jen has not only done all of the collage posts on Instagram, but she's been keeping meticulous notes on like how many countries, how many states in the U.S., how many people that were new. I don't know how she did it.
Updated it up to the last minute.
Yep, I know, including during the show.
During the show, I'm like crossing out my numbers and updating it. All right, sure. Sorry, my computer is like not being nice to me right now. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. All right, so go. So this is our participation, and as you can see, it is not updated, but there was actually one more country that jumped in at the very last minute, which is Japan. So we had 20 different countries represented throughout.
Wow. Is amazing.
All 6 days. And yeah, I mean, just unbelievable turnout there. Obviously, USA took the bulk of it, but I mean, just India, Hungary, like it blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind.
Yep. Yeah, this is just incredible. I couldn't believe it. Oh, and speaking of Indonesia, actually, I heard from, and I'm sorry, I can't remember. I talked to so many people on Instagram this week, but I had heard that the standard of this, like or at least as far back as we can trace it, came from Indonesia.
Yep.
Which is what a cool fact. That is just like what a cool thing.
Yep. And then
so 20 different countries.
Yep. And then so as I updated my numbers, we ended up with, and this is, who knows how many more is going to pop up in this slideshow that we're watching, but 560 habitats, individual ones, were posted.
Whoa.
And there was 131 participants. And we had 28 US states that were represented. So there are a ton of people from new states, at least for my challenges. So yeah, that was pretty incredible. And then because I know it's always fun to see what the split is amongst it all. Let's see here. I got this little fun fact for you.
Well, yeah, Puerto Rico was, I think, was in there.
So obviously it was predominantly Disney, but we also ended up with a pretty close Marvel and Star Wars split.
Oh, so. Interesting. And Maraid's saying that there's more to come that weren't on Instagram. So there you go. You're gonna have to add to your totals there. So sorry, can you tell us again how many total entries up to this point there were?
I have 560 as of this exact moment until, more things pop up. And then really quick, just because I think it's fun, like I told you about Star Wars, Mando and Grogu were the most popular characters. They were followed second by C-3PO and R2-D2. And then for Pixar, Toy Story took the lead there with 37 different habitats over The Incredibles, which came in second there. And then Marvel, Iron Man, and Captain America, just Iron Man beat out Captain America by 2. So
wow,
in our house too.
And what about the Disney, like the pure Disney ones? Was there
pure Disney? So Mickey was like our main Disney Mickey, that whole line. And then out of the princesses, we've got Elsa coming in strong with the lead. But very close second was Ariel and Jasmine. So
wow,
pretty close on there. And then of the baddies, of all our villains, it was our girl Maleficent who took the lead.
Yes. So. All right. Well, I gotta say, all right. And speaking of that, I gotta tell you before we get to it, because I am so embarrassed. I was so busy putting the show together this morning. Like I spent several hours putting it together and forgot to take a picture of my stack. And I will have you know that we photographed it 3 minutes before we went live. I got it in.
Roll the table.
Rolling the table. We're taking a picture. I added it in. I looked at it and I forgot to put Maleficent on her little thing.
Oh no!
So when I post it to Instagram, she'll be there. But when you see it today, I mean, at least the castle's interesting to look at.
But you do have that awesome castle and the Goblin King piece, which just. Oh, that was such an excellent spot to throw that in there. I was so jealous of you. I want that
for a reason to use, an excuse to use that in the right way for years.
You found it, my friend.
Ever since I got it.
You found it.
All right, so let's head back onto these awesome. And by the way, everybody, if you've been waiting for our thing from the crypt, that is still going to happen. And also, while we were on this pause, let me say, if you are new here, please consider subscribing. If you're having a great time, we do we do different kinds of challenges every 2 weeks. So make sure and stop by and see us. And if you are liking the stream today, please do hit that like button. That's that little thumbs up button. So, all right, let us move on to the next one, which is this one. And this is
from an incoming Lego master.
I know, incoming Lego master, Ms. Slow Brickta, who, by the way, I was noticing today, the epic amount of stuff. She was doing this challenge, she did Brick Huntress's challenge, she did her own, she has her own challenge thing that she does with daily brick limits, her own personal thing that she does, and holidays and
she's
stuff.
Doing quilt squares all the time with her sister. She's a busy gal. She's a very busy gal.
Hey, Moon's here. How's it going, Moon? Good to see you. Hello from Modesto. Glad you could join us today.
Oh, and her sister's on. Hey, Brickworm.
Yeah, Brickworm is here. Hey. Okay, so yeah, we've got the I love the that went with the whole duck family here.
Mhm.
We've got Huey, Dewey, and Louie at the bottom, and there is a whole story that goes with this, and
Yep.
you'll have to check it out on Instagram.
Oh, my kids every day they're like, okay, what's the next part of the story? Okay, what's the next part of the story? Where is Donald Duck going to be? So
I know.
we had a lot of fun with this one.
We've got Daisy and Uncle Scrooge in the middle, and then of course Donald taking off. And I love that brilliant the little bubble, like the egg bubble piece on the top. It's just really great. Hey, Iceberg Bricks is here. Speaking of Lego Masters. And of course, Moto is here. We got lots of Lego Masters in the house today. And I know J-Rock was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but lots and lots. All right. Excellent work, Dawn. Oh, this has got some great pieces to it. This is from
DuckTales boat or ship is
the plane.
The seaplane. I was so excited about it. I can't even think of what to call it. But I was super stoked when I saw that.
DuckTales or Rescue Rangers? I can never remember.
No, that's Duck. Oh.
That is DuckTales. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's DuckTales.
Now I'm apologizing. This is Omvend. I can't pronounce this. There's OMVENDTKLODS.
Yeah, he's from Denmark, and I've never been able to pronounce it either. We just call him Aventaclot.
Okay, well there you go. Thank you for saying it because I wasn't sure. But anyway, fantastic build. And I got to say, I saw a bunch of people do Uncle Scrooge in his vault, but I didn't see, and I may be wrong about this, but I don't think I saw anybody do like take the legs off and make him look like he's literally like in the giant pile of money.
I know, I thought that was great.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And the hanging skeletons tree is a brilliant use of pieces, and the stud on the top. And we got the sword and the stone at the bottom. Which
you know what's so funny? Yeah, and they all did it on the same day. Like that's what cracks me up. Nobody had done it, and then like 3 of them on the same day did Sword in the Stone, and I was like, okay, it's Sword in the Stone day. All right.
Yep. Oh wait,
and those are all custom.
Got it with Tailspin,
and I love
Tailspin.
Yeah. I know there were so many in that era, and I was a little like that was a little before my time or after my time. So yeah, we got 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and I got it. And at first, when I looked at the one on the lower right, I was like, "Is that Titanic?" And then I realized it was Pirates of the Caribbean. Stupid Titanic has ruined me for any 2 people standing on the bow of a ship. But yeah, really great work here. Just beautiful all around. Okay, this is Pancakes for Supper. I love that name, by the way.
We love that name too.
Yeah, so this is obviously all Star Wars, and
which my son thanks you for profusely for having nothing but Star Wars for him. Pancakes for supper. Thank you.
Well, and each one is just like perfect in its own. Like they're like perfect moments from the movie. I love the sand crawler. And they see the just a portion of it, right? Yep. I love that you can just see a bit of it.
The Hoth one is really good. Like the attention to detail on the Hoth one is so good because the lightsaber is off into the snow over there on the wall.
So good. The architecture on this is really great too. All the different sort of bendy angles and the way they broke the box.
Well, and they're very specific Star Wars areas, right? That have their own specific architecture and all of it. It's really, really great. Very good. So I'm hoping that, Wibbly Waffle says, I love that I found Pancakes for Supper because of this challenge. I am so glad I found all of these people through this challenge. Like, I mean, some of our regulars too, but there were just an incredible amount of people. And when I have some time later today, I'm going to be following a bunch of new people. I've just
going to go on a follow spree. Yeah, don't get yourself in IG jail though. Can't do too much too fast.
It's true. It's true. I don't want to go into IG jail after just hitting 10K. That would be bad. So this is from Parker Wismer, who I understand Parker's 10, and that this was just like the only one she wanted to do, and she did it very quickly. And I am so impressed.
I love it
by this micro build.
Yep.
So impressed. It's just absolutely perfect, and I love the texturing in the wall. And again, it's that minimalism that just says it all, right? Just really
and people
done.
I've had a lot of people say like, "Oh, I'm so worried I'm not that talented." And I'm like, you don't need to go crazy with these things. You can nail a scene very minimally, like that Mickey Mouse by Ivy Lego. That was just those crisp red curtains, the yellow background, the stage. I mean, that was very minimal, but I mean, it just popped. So.
Exactly. And I gotta say, I love that. Okay, so Spider-Man, Luke Skywalker, like all the mashups here are hilarious.
Yep. They're so
I
good.
love the bunk beds with Indy.
Yeah, the bunk beds with Indy and
the caption said, "Did we just become best friends?" And I was like,
That's
so good.
And I love the take on Toy Story made me laugh so hard. It's the Infinity Gauntlet as the claw, and then you've got the Marvel
and then you got that custom aliens. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I know. I died.
So good. And I really love it's supposed to be the Elsa multiverse, and I love that Frozone, and of course because his colors are exactly the same.
And she threw in a micro dowel too, so she like made sure she hit all of the
Patrick is amazing, and he does just like
he
does the most incredible builds. We love his stuff. Oh, and I just noticed Indy's idol is hidden under the bed.
Under the bed.
I'm so glad somebody else used that piece. I used it in my Aladdin piece too. That's awesome. Oh, well, I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland fan, as you well know.
Yes, same here.
And this is fantastic. This is from R. Goer. And I thought of a hole for Alice to crawl into, but decided the Cheshire Cat would be a better fit in the tree. It's perfect. It's really, really great. And I love that we've got her like looking up at him in surprise, and she's got her cookie and her bottle of drink me potion. Just really, it's great. And I love all the colors of the background work in this like patchwork way that's very Wonderland style.
It just adds to that very psychedelic Wonderland style. Yeah,
exactly. Really nice. Wow, another epic stack. You guys, this is just I still can't get over all this.
I'm loving Elsa in a
she's like snowboarding or like ice rowing. I don't know what it's called.
Well, I just love she's in a life preserver.
Yeah. Safety first, Richard. Safety first.
I am a fan of personal protective equipment.
Red's bricks. And I love all the little cute elements in here. The use of the Sandman part in the Thor piece is great.
Right. He's sculpting. So he's
exactly.
Looking out the sculpt. I was like, that is well done.
And I really also love the pops of color in the pops of color in the Mickey and Minnie piece. Mm-hmm. And then topping it with like the little lights at the top. Just
very sweet.
Great. All right. So this one now, sorry, this is a little bit dark. This is, but you can still see. So this is from Rob Ketcherside. And this is representing ESPN, which Disney has owned for quite a long time at this point.
My husband laughed so hard at this one, like just loved it because he has every sport accessory and it's hysterical.
Yeah, it's great. The boxing glove and the catcher's mitt on the same figure is great. Yeah,
a hockey stick and a baseball bat.
I was going to say that's where you go for sports ball.
Yeah, sports ball.
Yeah, sports ball.
And you know what? I just realized too that he did kind of like the letters of ESPN. He did the letters of ESPN in the background.
Oh,
The red letters
the whole
spells
design.
ESPN.
That's great.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that the first time around.
This was a clever build. This was a very clever build.
To be fair, we haven't seen a lot of ESPN.
We have not.
No,
Hi, Moto.
no.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Moto.
Yeah.
No, and I loved in his caption, he was like, I'm pretty sure I'm doing this wrong.
No, it's
not at all.
great.
And I was like, no, you did it perfect.
Text is hard.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so this is from Robin Eklund. And I gotta say, this is where we got one of the custom Snow Whites you were talking about. That little piece for the glass lid on the coffin,
the mirror.
Yeah.
I love the throne room. Oh, and I really thought this the build of the evil queen in this is just wonderful.
Yeah, her gilded mirror is spot on.
Yep.
Spot on.
And the card painting the roses red, and another sword in the stone in the top, and of course Bambi, which is just adorable.
I know. I was really happy. I didn't think that Bambi would see any love, and there ended up being 2 Bambi habitats. So I was, and on the same day, it was really funny. Like the obscure movies that I didn't think we'd see, we got them, and they would always end up being on the same day that like more than one would post. I'm like, this is so funny. You just never know.
Oh, oops, gotta do this. That's always a thing.
Right there.
All right, this one is by Roger, veteran Lego dad, who I've been seeing a lot of on Instagram lately, doing live streams and stuff, and just really, really fun. And I'm
so proud of him. He bought bricks just to be a part of this challenge. He's a set builder. So Roger, again, I'm so proud of you.
Well, just fantastic. Well, and Jen, I gotta say, I think it really speaks to the inspirational nature of this type of challenge. And, kudos to you for like kind of perfecting this format and the way you've done it. And I'm so, and I know we've talked about this personally, but I just wanted to thank you here and, with everybody present to just say like, how inspirational you are to us and everything you've done here. It really, it was really, I know we've said it a lot today, but it really was truly magical what you pulled off.
A magical week.
Awesome. Really great, Roger. I love, and I especially love the Tron one. And especially if you see the Tron photo on its own, it's really excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the colors in this one.
Yes, this one's really fun.
Super fun. So this is from Sal Squatch. This has some really First of all, I know you can the play of the different areas. Like I love Jack Sparrow on the sinking ship.
Yes.
Is really great, and I love the aerial with the statue. Is great, and the cocoa colors are wonderful. The Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is absolutely genius
with the horse.
Yeah, it really, really is.
The fact that it's a Lego frog driving the car is just like so good. It's really, really funny.
Yes, it was so good.
Yeah, I laughed. There were a few that made me like legitimately laugh out loud, and that was one of them. Like really, just
me
really
too.
So clever.
They nailed it.
All right, we have got from Sarah. Wait, did I say this? No, Sal Squatch did the last one. Oh, this is Sarah Goer, and this is Genie from Aladdin. Is my absolute favorite Disney character. Again, love the colors, the presentation of the lamp, just like right there. And again, it doesn't have to be super complicated. Yep. It still totally works as a piece. It is wonderful.
Absolutely.
All right. Whoa, we've got more. This is from, this is Teflon Todd. So Todd's stuff was amazing. And if you haven't, definitely like another person to go follow. Really, really terrific Marvel builds here.
Especially the Iron Man one.
Oh yes, the flooded.
Sorry,
what was that?
Just the way he used the glass planes to be the water, so that you have the action underneath the water. I love that move.
Just it's so good. And I also love the helicopter like out and with him hanging on to the end of it. And of course the action in the Wolverine piece at the top is just like
that one
so great.
Stellar.
All right, and once again, everybody, I encourage you to go to Instagram after the show and do that hashtag, follow that hashtag, Lego Disney Habitats, and like all of these, give all of these builders some love, because they really, every one of you deserves it.
Well, you can also see a lot more of the details in the individual habitats for the ones that were shown as stacks.
So this is from the Hornburgers, and they're some of our regulars, and they always do, like, the whole family worked on different ones. And I got to point out, the Sleeping Beauty one, the absolute brilliance of that moment from the movie where she's dancing with the animals, and the fact that you've got the squirrel with the little hat, with like the little Robin Hood hat on, and the cape. I think Julia did that one, and it was perfect. It was just so perfect. It
was perfection. And that Asuka one, that was another scene that I had debated on building, and I was so glad I didn't, because a couple people did Asuka the day that I was going to build and drop her, and they all did such a better job at it than I think that I would have done, because I'm just not that familiar with the character. So bravo.
And the other part I love is the micro monorail. I mean, the micro castle is great, and that micro monorail around the front is just terrific.
I know, totally made me regret not having the monorail for my example habitat for the beginning of the challenge, when I was like, this is what it looks like. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about the monorail.
So good. And I love the take on the that they moved it back over to the other side. So you would like the top portion, how there's 3 levels rather than 2, and they've shifted it to match. Just really great. All right, this is from the Plastic Wanderer. And so many good ones here. I don't even know. I'm where to start.
I know.
Well, that brick built gorilla in the Tarzan piece, wonderful.
Yeah, I really liked the first day of the challenge was they did the Wall-E one, and in the Wall-E build, there is a little detail for each one of the subsequent builds that they did. So I thought that was a really great idea.
Yes, I see that now. Wow. Well, I love
that's Eva, right?
The Eva build is incredible. Like, what a clever way to realize that character.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the black and white Steamboat Willie is wonderful.
Yeah, I know. I love that people who did the Steamboat Willie figs always try to stay in that monochrome color scheme, because it just works.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. All right. So this is from TM31.
Definitely a Star Trek piece, right?
And these are themed after Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. So these are all the cockpit of the ITS transport, and First Order Stormtrooper and R5 unit on a Star Destroyer, and Vi in Batu. It's such a great, what a great little group of figs. I love all the details, and I really love that on the lower left one that has the 2 walls, so you get this really great feeling of distance. Yeah.
We had fun.
And the blue stripe one, I didn't know about this, but apparently that's a very famous place to get your picture taken when you're in the Star Wars land. And so he wrote a little blurb about that, and I was like, oh, well, now I got to find this when we go to Disney later this year. So
the use of the pistols is really nice too. I was like, how did they get short lightsabers, but they're pistols?
Yeah, those little, those are great. Wow. And again, if you want to know more about the stories behind a lot of these, since we didn't have time to go through them all today, is to go once again over to Instagram and check them all out. All right, so we are going to do one more of our little features before we finish up with the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 more to go, but we are going to do one more of our little features before that. And that, everybody.
I think I see her coming right now.
Oh, yep, here she comes. It's Angela and Thing from the Crib. That's right, everybody. It's Thing from the Crypt. And I've got a special thing from the Crypt today.
What did Angela bring you, Flynn?
Angela brought me these 3 records, and I have a lot more of them, but these were very specific. They're from 1962, and they are the long-playing record with the storybook. And the cool thing about these is I've got
1962. Whoa. That's before even we were born.
I know, surprisingly. I've got Cinderella. I've got Peter Pan, and I've got Alice in Wonderland, and they were called Magic Mirror. You can see it says right there, Magic Mirror, and that is because it has a cutout, and then when you open, there's a fully illustrated inside behind it.
Oh, and you can see on the back all the different Magic Mirror characters too.
Yeah, and then you can see on the back they did a bunch of different ones. It's kind of hard to see with our lighting, but yeah, pretty cool. So these are, part of a larger Disney record collection that I have, but I thought these particular 3 went together really nicely, and I thought those were a lot of fun. And I have to say, I find I think the Peter Pan one is the craziest one with all of that it's fabric, folded fabric.
So a camera crew or a set design crew folded all that satin for that shot. No CG. No Photoshop.
Pretty intense.
It's so awesome.
All right, so let's head back on, get our final stacks here. The final 9 are here. We've got. Okay, let's see. Here we go. So we've got. Okay,
this has one of my favorite new build techniques that I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm. You want to say what it is?
Yeah, in the front on the right, we're sitting down with minifig legs right in front of us for the knees up to the chest is so awesome.
So this is from Third World Lego. Hey, Alyssa's here. How's it going, Alyssa? This is from Third World Lego. And this is, the legs thing is just now I need to do that because that's really, really, really clever. And I also love the other clever thing is having the minifigs cut off at the waist. So it looks like they are below him, shooting the pictures. It's just really, really great.
The Han Solo one had me in stitches though, because the caption was, wait, he's her brother? And so I was dying because that's supposed to be him on Endor, and so I was just
and
well
Yana says that satin was not folded; it was ruched. That's actually what that's called. It's true.
I love.
Yeah, this is just really great. Oops. I always got a
good call on ruching.
Okay, this is from 2 of my newest favorite Discovery builders, 2 gay AFOLs.
They are so much fun.
Well, and I got to say, and unfortunately, you can't see it in this picture, but they kicked off the entire thing by the one in the very, very back. And the entire thing is built on ATST legs.
Yes.
And just really great. Just really great.
Oh my gosh.
Simon and Dan, they are so delightful. And they really did literally think outside the box for this.
Yeah. Every time they participate in one of my challenges, their builds they always stick to my one rule, which is the 8x8 habitat base. Yeah, and I'm a little loosey goosey about the rest of it. If you don't get the dimensions exactly right, I'm like, it's fine. They take me very literally on that, and they're like, explosion of amazing. So
yeah, it's just so good. And the roof on the piece on the right with that, like the big slope up and the ride in the back, like just all of them were good. Again, please go to Instagram and check them out so you can see them all in detail.
They also did reels for each one of their different builds, and the reels are always super fun. They always pick really great music and just show if there's any action pieces. So
we've also seen a lot of really great Lego photography today with, you know, seeing all the minifig faces is sometimes hard, and those are just great and colorful backgrounds.
And I got to say that I am, there's my shop. I'm shopping right now. I need that Lucifer cat piece. Like I need it immediately. It's so good. Yeah. The Cinderella one with the pumpkin is just brilliant.
Yeah. No, they did phenomenal.
Okay, this is from Unikitty Girly. So first of all,
Rabbit's house.
The amount of detail.
Isn't that so cute? They used and they used the piece from the little carrot house that came with the gift with purchase for Easter.
Sure. Well, I gotta say the one that really struck me on Instagram was the piglet one because of the way that it was shot. It was so full of joy. And so sweet. Really.
Yeah. And the Pooh one, you can't really tell in this picture, but he's flying up in the air and down in the ground. They made little micro figs of each of his friends. So there's a little piglet and a little Tigger and a little rabbit. Like it's great. Yep.
And I love that they put the eagle as the reference to him being up in the sky, right? Like that's such a great little touch. So oh, Unikitty Girly, this is beautiful. You know, one thing that I briefly thought about doing, and I didn't know how I would have made it work, but I really was thinking of doing, because it's my favorite scene in all of Winnie the Pooh, is with in Rabbit's house where Pooh a hole and he decorates his butt like a moose, and he like puts the antlers on it, and it's so ridiculous. Really beautiful work and great details. Just wonderful. All right, this is from WGJL Builds. And
that's a new one to me.
New to you. There you go. Write it down. And this is from Star Wars. And I really love the greebling and the wall behind, and of course the use of all of our favorite. Oh yeah, there you can add to your C-3PO and R2-D2 tally.
Yep. There we go.
And Chewbacca.
And
they're still not going to beat out Mando and Grogu.
Yeah,
those guys just took the top spot, man.
Yeah,
the tiling of the floor with different shaped pieces is a nice touch too.
Very nice. Oh, okay. This one I gotta say, well, first of all, what's hilarious about this is so ABC, the television station, is owned by Disney, who now owns the rights to the Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls!
Does that mean the Golden Girls are Disney princesses?
Oh my gosh!
Well, I had always thought if they ever did they did, but like back when she was still alive, ever. So like Cinderella's stepmother, she would have been just like the perfect casting for that role. And again, we got Treasure Planet, another Treasure Planet with really fantastic custom figs, by the way. But the one that really got me when I saw it was the Peter Pan one. Yeah. I actually got a little misty when I saw it.
Right.
When you see the picture on its own with them floating and flying, and again, custom minifigs that were perfectly realized, because these characters don't exist in minifig form, just perfectly realized. And then the decorated bed as the boat with the broom and the sail was just fantastic.
Well, and the pictures that they posted to Instagram, they actually work for Disney, and so they took the pictures in Disney. So if you go look, like the background is actually in Disney. And so for the Pooh and Tiger one, the Tree of Life is in the background. Like the actual Tree of Life is in the background. I mean, it is
There.
Wow.
I'm dead. I just died from that.
I
That
know.
is amazing.
Ruben was stealing my heart all week with his posts. So
Yeah. Excellent work. And I'm going to oh no, you know what? I was wrong. That's not Treasure Planet. That's Atlantis. I'm so silly.
Oh,
Sorry, my bad.
sorry about that.
Still really great. Really great custom figs. I said the wrong one. You know, after looking at so many of these and naming so many movies, they start to get a little like wonky in the background. But yeah, that Peter Pan one stole my heart.
Well, anyone who watches our show long enough knows that I get names wrong, but close.
So yeah,
that famous Transformer Maximus Prime.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. So now, next time we go to Disney in Florida, because if it's the Tree of Life, that's where they are.
Yep.
Wibbly, we want to see you and tell you in person how amazing your builds are. So that's awesome, and I love that you took the pictures there. That just makes it so much more meaningful.
And again, why don't we have that tiger?
I know. That's a must-have. Okay,
I have that tiger. I actually have that tiger.
It's so cool.
Okay, this is from Wild Bear Bricks. And this, yeah.
Wowzy,
So
wow.
I love the Tinkerbell flying over the castle is just lovely. But the Groot, it's called Groot's Sacrifice on the lower right.
I was like, you cut me deep, Joe.
I know.
Me deep.
I know.
Right in the fields. Right in the fields.
So clever, so smart, and I mean, and so well done, and a great use of that buildable figure, which are hard to work in, you know. Mm-hmm. Really, just lovely
with these builds.
I also really love, and I mentioned it on, and I realize now it was supposed to be light posts and trees made out of flowers and dots in the bottom of behind the Disney castle. So that's supposed to that's supposed to represent the trees and the light posts. I just loved how it looked as a pattern. And when they explained it to me, I was like, oh, that's even better. Just really great. And that micro castle is, mwah. I may have done a couple micro castles. So it's kind of my thing. So this is from Lana Zaccardi.
This was so sweet.
This is really, really great. And I love that she used the micro dolls. And Lana's done a lot of builds for us here. And this one is just great. The broken ship is so smart.
Yeah.
And coral.
It was.
Yeah, and coral. And blue coral. And I guess she got a little help with Flounder from Dad. But like, how perfect. And I got to say, other thing that's so clever about this is that the water goes from light to dark as it goes down. It's just so smart. So smart. All right, this is Rob Zaccardi. And 6, including Pinocchio on top, The Lady and the Tramp, Schoolhouse Rock's figure 8. Again, a nod to the ABC thing.
Yep.
And then we got Star Wars. And okay, can I just say how awesome it is that he included Newsies?
Yep. I was like, yeah.
I was going to say, which if I wasn't able to pull off the Bert thing, I was going to go for Newsies because that cap will work.
Totally. Oh, as soon as I saw that one, I was like, oh man, we're listening to the soundtrack right now. And I threw it on and my kids are like, but we were listening to Taylor Swift. And I'm like, no.
For Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
With one meatball.
And I also love the conjunction junction on the bottom right. So if you are old enough to remember Schoolhouse Rocks, you'll appreciate the figure 8
and Bunor.
And I gotta say, I really loved how and it was the first one that he did was the Pinocchio one, because if you look, the walls are actually Monstro and they're inside Monstro's mouth. And
yes. And I didn't notice that at first either. Like it took me until I was doing the end of day collage and I was popping it into the collage frames. I was like, oh my goodness, it's the whale. He's inside the whale.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And this is from Vanessa Zaccardi. Vanessa took Rhea and built her a rainbow bedroom.
I love it. It's so
I
cute.
love it. And I love that wiggly sword. Okay, I'm writing that down.
I know,
Wiggly
right?
Sword.
It's like an Indonesian Chris.
Yeah, it's just really, it's so beautiful. And I love the little butterfly there at the base of the bed too. All right, and I think we are at the final slide. Here's mine, Sans
Yay!
Maleficent. I still can't believe I did that.
It happens.
Well, you see her castle really
You can
well.
see the castle really well, but yeah.
Her castle is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really love micro castles, and I built 2 of them for this challenge, and 2 mountains, which is another thing I like building.
Well, and you finally found a use for that amazing piece.
Yeah. The piece was really good. I had a lot of fun doing. Well, the Ursula one was the first one I did, and that one was just like magic. It like came together like that.
Well, and using the pink background was superb. Like that just really made her pop.
Well, I looked at pictures from the movie. Like for all of these, I looked at references from the movies, and like her color scheme in her palace is like magenta and purple. And so I thought that would be a really great one, would be good. And then I'll tell you the hardest one was the Captain Hook face. Like I must have spent 3 hours just on his face. It was intense.
Character face building is just so hard though.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And especially when you're trying to like duplicate a character that people know so well. Yeah. So, and then you can't see it in the picture, but it's from the scene in the movie where map where Peter Pan's treehouse is. And then the other part I had really fun with was adding in all of the references to other movies in my Aladdin piece. So I tried to include references to do the, and then Richard helped me do, if you see the Instagram photo, the spotlight that we did on the lamp, and I was really excited for that. So
that was so perfect.
Whew, my goodness. Can you believe it, everybody? That was epic. We are like, now we do 2-hour shows sometimes on Sundays, but this one was like really doing it. And I'm so glad so many of you hung out and stuck with us through the whole time. We appreciate that. So Jan, can you tell everybody where they can find you on the internets?
I am at BrickFan Builds on Instagram. I haven't ventured into the other social medias yet. Just try to keep it pretty low key because it's very much our family channel. But when I run
pretty low key, like there's barely anything happening on Instagram.
barely anything happening. But yeah, so I'm at BrickFan Builds, and I'm always building some habitats and running some challenges. I usually do a challenge like every other month or so. So there'll be another one shortly. Don't worry.
And once again, everybody, please, I want to see some applause emojis in the chat for Jen and her amazing work in keeping all of this organized. Like, we could have never done this on our own. Like, you had it down, and I'm so impressed.
I have a very well-oiled machine now of how to run these.
Exactly.
Well, I think you and the project are just magnetic. It inspired so many people. I mean, it's achievable, right? You're not going to have to work 3 months on one habitat, but it's open enough. I think the constraints are a great place to start, and it's open enough. You can, we saw.
Yeah, it's a very approachable scale, but you can do so much with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I did want to say thank you to our mods. I wanted to say thank you to Mairead for putting the slideshow together.
Yes, that had to have been a job and a half.
I know. Yes, it was, and it was amazing, and it all worked out. And thank you to Richard for putting up with this all week. He's just like, "Are you ever not going to be on the phone?" It's like, "No,
right."
Well, you know what I had to put up with this week is I get up at about 6:30, and I would come out here, and our studio would be fully lit, sound of rummaging bricks, which is always a happy sound, and Flynn inspired to build a brand new thing absolutely every day. So that wasn't much to put up with.
It was great. So awesome. It was such a great time. So thank you so much, Jen, for everything that you did.
Thank you for collaborating with me. This was so much fun, and it was the perfect theme. So
it was really great. I remember when you were like, well, so what theme should we do? And I was like, Disney. Do you like Disney? And she's like, I could almost hear the screaming through the text. Are you kidding? Of course.
Yes. Bring it on.
Well, great job, everyone.
Yes.
So just so you know, we will be announcing the new challenge, which is a 2-week challenge. We're going back to our 2 weeks on Sunday. I know we usually do it at the end of today, but I think we have all earned ourselves a well-deserved break for a couple of days. So we will be announcing the new challenge for the show on Sunday. And if you don't catch our Sunday show with our special guest, Panfred Nudo, who's amazing, you can always look to our website, which is TrickyBricks.com. Mm-hmm. You can also check out Instagram, where I'm going to start announcing more of our challenges so that people can be involved, especially now that we've been able to reach out to so many more amazing people. And then don't forget, next week, friends, on Friday, we will be doing our other every other week thing, which is called Work in Progress Workshop. If you have a mock you're working on and you want to be able to get some feedback on it, like how it could be improved or how you might change it in a friendly, safe environment, you can send that in to us. We have a Google form that we will post the link to again. You can send your mock in there. And on Friday, we devote it to about 4 or 5 different models, and we look at each one, and everybody in the chat is involved as a very kind, very friendly, very safe place to land. Always
That's such a great idea.
Criticism. It's really fun because a lot of people really want feedback on that, on their stuff. So definitely, if you have something that you're working on, that'll be on next Friday, everybody. So thanks everybody so much for joining us today.
I think
what
we're
an
take
amazing
a
time
break.
Right? I know. I'm gonna take a nap break. I think both Jen and I are gonna sleep for a week after this one.
My fingers, they are going to be so grateful to not be sharing a million things.
My fingers have been shortened by about a quarter inch from all the tapping on the phone all week. So thanks everybody for joining us. And so from
thank you,
Giselle, Carl, and Bert, we say have a jolly holiday, and don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask, get that vaccine as soon as you can, and we will see you Sunday at oh wait, no, oh my goodness, I almost forgot to announce something, you guys. What's my goodness that? Before you all go, tomorrow we are going to be doing a fundraiser on our channel tomorrow night, and that's going to be 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with our Lego Master brother, Travis and Corey. Travis is raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation. If you didn't know, he had leukemia as a kid, and now he's raising money. And if his team raises enough money, he will be awarded. There's a Man and Woman of the Year award for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So we're going to be raising money tomorrow for them in a long stream that's going to start on, let me see, where does it start? I think it starts on Boone Build's channel. Then we'll go to Iceberg Bricks, then to us, and then to the Brothers Who Brick, Travis and Corey, stream relay. So I will be posting more about that on Instagram. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I remembered that before we left. So anyway, once again, thank you everybody so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for that special stream, and then on Sunday with our regular crew. So good night, everybody. Stay safe. Happy building.
Thank you.